Welcome back to Simply Life's Adventures, or SLA for short. Fighting a little bit of a cold, so forgive me for not being super loud. We're going to do a little steering upgrade on the Cub Cadet 105. This is, I believe, a 1968 model, from what I could tell off serial numbers. Picked it up a couple weeks, month ago. Haven't really done much other than did replace a fuel line and a fuel valve on it, just to replace it because it was leaking. Did filters for hydraulic and new high trans oil in the back, but it runs great. Has a International Harvester blade on the front. Works really well, pushing the gravel around in the driveway and getting it leveled out. But today I've got some really loose, hopefully you can see it, really loose rod ends. Like, you hope that the wheel turns when you go to turn it. So, doing a little looking online, I picked up some of these rod ends that are a little different style, have a greasable joint, and we're going to try these out. I picked them up online on the eBay, and hopeful that they work, and at the end of the day, they're way tighter than what's on there, so they can't be worse, I wouldn't think. So let's get them replaced and then see how she does. And we're working in the backyard, so sorry for the traffic that goes by, but it is what it is. And the top nut's gonna spin there, it looks like. Yep. Trying to do this with minimal tools, stuff that you can just grab out of the back of the truck box if you had to. So a couple of crescents ought to do the trick. Or just trying to round it off. And we do have the right tool for the job here, so let's just give her a try. Maybe. Yeah, okay. There we go. It also helps if you go the right direction. But hey, I'm human. It happens. Let me run back. Forgot some towels. Get rid of these. Put them in our magnetic bolt tray. They're pretty handy. If you don't have them, nothing else for sitting on the ground and keeping your stuff from falling. They work really well. So, alright. Right direction on this. Maybe. Loosen that up a couple turns. And should be noted, I did put a little bit of PV blaster penetrant on here. So they've been sprayed a couple times because I knew I was going to be getting this to this project. Run look in here. The chin here. So that is not all wallered out. That was nice and tight, and it's not stretched or nothing. So we're good to go there. This is that old end. Man, that thing is just pretty worn out. So we will hopefully be replacing that with a better unit, right? Oh yeah, she's got tons of slop in her there. First, before we get too much further, make sure that our new nuts here are the same thread, which they are. But I don't really see what's wrong with keeping that old nut there, other than it's a little chintzy, or not chintzy, but rusty and kind of dirty. But I don't know. Just gonna leave it. No sense in taking it off. It's been serving it well, and it's pretty close to where it needs to be for steering. So I'm just gonna have a little dab of grease on the threads to keep them from locking up. Could use anti-seize, but it's inside, so it's a little grease, not too much, but just enough to give us a little bit of thread lubrication there. Get that bad boy running pretty good. Not all the way. I'm going to stop and go back a turn, because we did loosen this nut up a little bit. So back a turn should be about perfect. And it is. Now we've got a nice nylock plated lock nut on the bottom. Press a wrench. Cheating with the ratcheting, but you know, it does make life a little easier sometimes. Nice and snug, not breaking anything tight, but nice and snug. Bring this guy back. Starts to touch. Your steering looks pretty good. How it still is. We got a lot of other loose stuff to replace, so we're gonna just give her a snug where she's at here. There you go. bits of grease in it. There you go. Probably too much, but she'll be fine. We'll let it move around a little bit first. So there's pretty much it all that's involved in that. I got 4 to do all the major steering linkages on this thing. So far, I mean, you saw it, it's a pretty flawless fit. Like I said, I got those on eBay, and so not using it yet, I'd say appears to be a pretty good part. So yeah, we'll get the other ones knocked out here. Which is fine, not a big deal. It's gotta come off anyways. box, and it's pretty dry when I got it. And we got a lot of play between everything before anything moves down here, before any steering to the linkage. She's a little worn out, but I think we'll bring her around slowly but surely. And these new rod ends are going to be a good little starter point, because there's at least no slack now down here where there was before. So that's a little quick down and dirty on replacing these. After I get a little use on them, I'll let you know how they hold up, and we're back. Until then, we'll see you next time. Don't be dumb, and have fun.